But all of these types of buildings, this building here actually seems to be mostly just shuttered up, but a lot of it is Airbnbs. So a huge portion of them are apartments for tourists. You will hear a lot of American accents, a lot of French, a lot of other European nationalities while you're here, and that's just like the reality of it. But in terms of demographics, Lisbon, it's about 35% non-EU, isn't that right?
That's right, it's about 35% non-EU, and it's apparently one of the capital cities within the EU where it is the craziest in terms of percentage of non-EU foreign nationals.
And it's all literally, since about 2018, all of this has accelerated. So from 2018 up to 2025, particularly from places like Brazil, and now a lot of them from Northern Africa. As you saw walking through there, that was basically 99.9% North African descent dudes. Steps here are filled with homeless people. This is really very depressing to be around. You know, when you see Lisbon on tourist guides and stuff like that, and when you see other travel vlogs about Lisbon, people are like, look at the trams and the colourful buildings and the coffee shops. And it's like, to a certain extent, that side of Lisbon exists. Yes, it does. But it's in the areas where the property is so expensive that nobody in Lisbon can live there because it's just full of Airbnbs and hotels. And as soon as you leave those sections, you are met with a totally different reality, and that's the case for Europe. It's not just Lisbon nowadays.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, it's sort of all of Europe now at the moment, where you have like sort of the historical core of every single capital city or every single larger city, and the second you take sort of one or two steps outside of that historical core, the picture changes really, really quickly. So it's kind of like an inauthentic, just sort of a plasticky type of a vibe for the historical core, and then everything else, the people are really struggling.
So this is Martin Moniz Square, and this is basically a square that is under complete occupation from migrants. So these are people that are just basically loitering here throughout the day. People are walking through here with their families. Good, how are you? And it's basically entirely just captured by people from Northern Africa. This is in the center of Lisbon, by the way.
Yeah, there you have the cute historical tram going by.
There's a tram, by the way, just so you guys can see it over there in the distance. If you do want like a picturesque Lisbon, a tram passes by full of tourists that are staying in overpriced accommodations, passing through a square that's full of highly skilled workers that are loitering, selling drugs in the middle of the day. And the place is absolutely filthy, by the way. It's been completely forgotten about.